we are here at the pool to try and play around with our new toy that we have.
Oh. I'm too scared.
I've lost 4.5 kilos in the last 4 days. I've barely been able to eat anything, so we're kind of starting from a deficit. Okay, we are here at the pool. We have a private pool all to ourselves, lucky enough, because we're at Maddie's old school. We've been here all day coaching some of their students as part of their PDHPE classes, and afterwards they've been kind enough to let us use their pool. Imagine having a pool in your own school. Maddie used to come to this school, was school captain here, so they've got a really good relationship. And they're going to let me sneak in and practice some swimming because one, I'm embarrassingly bad at swimming, and two, other pools don't let us film in the pools with other people around, which is completely fair. So we're going to do some swimming today. What I'm going to work on is I'm going to do some breakdown drills, just like Luke spoke to me about. Isolate my kick, isolate my pull, do some rhythmic drills, and then we'll do some kind of like sets after that. But yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing too intense, much less of a workout, and just kind of getting a feel for the water and starting this, I guess, 8-week kind of prep. I'm planning to swim ideally 3 times a week, but it's probably going to be closer to 2. I was going through we only got back from Bali like 2 days ago, so I'm kind of figuring out exactly what my calendar looks like. What it does look like in the next 8 weeks is I'm prepping for this triathlon. That's like the biggest thing. It's something new, it's something fresh, exciting, but I've kind of deemed this almost like an off season, like I'm just doing a few different things, having a bit of fun with it. So the triathlon's the first thing I'm training for. I'm also training for a half marathon the same weekend, just making sure I'm running 6 days a week as well, which will tie into my sub 3 goal when I'll do that, probably the start of next year sometime. And then I'm also training for High Rocks and trying to qualify for High Rocks Worlds, which is in December in Melbourne. So there's kind of lots of things on the plate. I'm trying to finalize what is the perfect schedule of how much I'm doing of what, but in the triathlon space, swimming is my biggest weakness for sure. If I'm running 6 times a week, I probably should be swimming at least 3 times a week, given that that is my weakest of the 3 legs. So swimming 3 times a week, each session will have a different kind of focus, one skill, one kind of speed, and then one more bit endurance. And we'll see if I can swim 1.5 Ks unbroken in the open water at the end of this 8 weeks. This morning, which we didn't film, I trained in the 5 AM compete class, mainly because I needed to kick myself back into gear. Maddie told me last night she thinks I'm losing my dog. Anyway, we won't get into that on this channel. But trained at 5 AM this morning. Before then, I had my G1M Plus, which is the carbon electrolyte mix with caffeine. So that was earlier in the day. It's now 1:45, so it's later in the day. I don't have a lot of caffeine after 2. So in here, I've got 1 scoop of the orange G1M, just the regular G1M, and then some electrolytes in here as well. So that's going to kind of get me through for this, and I'll sip on this whilst I swim. And then I've got a running session to do a little bit later on, which I'll have some more electrolytes then for that one. So that's my fueling for the swim, or what I've been using so far today. Time to get into it. Session done. Okay, slight change of plans. I'm not running today because I'm actually crook. I've been fighting it, I've been pretending it's not real, but since getting home from Bali, my guts have been a little bit upset, so I've been on the toilet bowl a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna use this time to try and play around with our new toy that we have. When we were at BPN last time, they had the electric skateboards, and they were absolutely flying around Oz and Stephen when we were at the track. So we got one for ourselves, and we're gonna have a little play around with it and see if we can figure it out. Apparently it goes fast, it's a bit dangerous, but let's have a crack.
So in one of our previous vlogs, you would have seen that when we picked this up, we bought it on Marketplace, and the guy was like warning us, be very careful.
Don't buy this.
Be very careful. So that's why we're on grass, so we have soft land. Since we shot guns in Texas, I know things now. So this is the safety switch. So that has to be on to make it go.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the go forwards. Oh, sorry. So the bottom being is accelerate, and then brake is that top bad boy. Brake. So accelerating, brake. But it doesn't slow very fast. And then here we can also see it'll have the speed.
So what are you putting on?
Safety kit.
Safety kit.
Helmet.
What, upside down?
You reckon? Oh yeah. Oh.
So funny.
Oh my god. Shit.
It's you can't even stand on it, brother. Oh no, this is gonna be a disaster.
I'm too thick. Yes! Oh, baby! Speed sessions! Oh. Break!
Why were you screaming? That was going so slow.
How do I see it?
You use your body weight. Like heels and toes.
I'm good.
Good's a stretch. At this pace, we're better off as I'm walking with it.
Okay. Crank up a gear.
How do you crank up a gear?
This is GTR.
Okay.
Do you reckon go faster?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm too scared. Okay. Holy. It really is. Oh my god.
Just let it build, girl. Keep your hips low. There you go. Keep going. Build, 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 build. Bit of speed. Lean into it. Lean forward. Yes!
I'm going to the max! Ah! Okay. That fast?
Dude, that is not going to keep up with me at all.
Okay. Right.
Nice.
Are you on GTR?
I was like, sure he's going to move.
I am speed.
What was your top speed?
I got, so I think 8.
8.
Okay.
It's a lot of safety gear for 8 kilometers an hour. I reckon you probably take them off, you reckon? What do you...
No.
No, fair.
Okay.
Okay, first attempt at riding and filming.
You must be going above 10. Nice, Bailey. You're good.
Keep up, girl.
That was good.
Brake was good because when I took it off, it just didn't stop rolling. You know? Had to use the brake.
Yeah.
Going downhill. Yeah, that was good. That was definitely like way better. 16's like as fast as I got on the grass.
And it's on eco.
Yeah, I'm still not good at turning. You have a go? Jess, you have
I
a
don't
go?
know if I want to do it on the cement yet. I need to build more confidence.
Alright, Jess, you have a go on eco and then we'll both have a go on GTR. See how fast we can rip this. Okay, that was fun. Skateboard side mission completed. Yeah, a little bit annoying that I'm a bit sick, but also I kind of saw it coming. I I didn't really speak about, we were in Melbourne a month ago with Lululemon for a campaign which we can't really talk about yet, but hopefully it's coming out in October. So I'm very excited to share that. But that weekend really put me in the dirt. I was on antibiotics after that for a week, then straight to Bali for our wedding. Wedding was just amazing. It was complete adrenaline, and because we stayed with everyone after the wedding, it was a honeymoon, but it was more of a buddy moon, so with everyone. But it meant that I got to relax, but also not completely. We had a couple of days, Maddie and I, just at the end, but I feel like my body was just kind of holding on for a long time, and once I got home, I feel like it kind of just decided to feel completely safe and settled and just shut down for a little bit. So hopefully we'll get through this couple of day period, and then we'll be well and truly back on the horse come Monday. But anyway, we're good. We're ready to rip into some fitness, and this little stomach bug can get absolutely stuffed. Okay, so I am going to miss my speed session this afternoon, which is annoying, but also there's no point just running myself into the ground when I spent all night vomiting. So going to miss that one, and hopefully I'm going to do a long run tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. Should I run a long run with some speed intervals straight after being sick? Probably not. I've lost 4 kilos in the last 4 days, so I haven't been able to eat anything. But we've got to get back on the horse at some point. So we'll try and run tomorrow. If we get some of that footage, we might put it in. Otherwise, we'll be back for next week's week of training. Okay, scrap this week, man. We're going to be truthful and honest, but it hasn't been the best week since we've got home. Last time we spoke, we did the pool session, and then I was meant to run later that day, and I got unwell. I was throwing up, whether I've got a virus or whatever it is. I was throwing up that afternoon, that night, so didn't run. Next day, same, unwell. In the afternoon, we went and tried to get some fresh air. We played around with the skateboard, which is when I spoke to you last, which was a bit of fun, but I was low-key fighting demons. I was hoping to run that day, didn't run. And then today, Sunday, was meant to try and do a long run or some long run of sorts in the morning. But again, last night, tried to eat my first kind of proper meal at dinner, and only ate half of the meal. And then, woke up in the middle of the night again, being sick. So not ideal first kind of week of preparation, but we're just going to scrap this week, pretend it didn't happen. And we're going to start fresh next week. I'm going to go shave my face, which I haven't in, a couple of days. Usually I shave it almost every day, every second day. And I'm going to convince myself and my body that I'm better. And then tomorrow, Monday, we're going to start officially week 1 of this kind of prep. And we're just going to have some fun with it. It's been a bit of a rocky start, but it is what it is. I wouldn't change anything because we had an amazing 2-week holiday and wedding. So if this is the price we have to pay, it is what it is. But starting from next week, we will be hopefully back into a proper routine, proper diet, proper training, proper routine, sleep routine and stuff as well. So very much looking forward to getting to that. Sometimes you need a fresh week to really kick things off. To be perfectly honest, I want to scrap this vlog. I was like, Maddie, let's just start it next week. But it is also very important to be transparent and open and honest, and these kind of things and hiccups happen. So yeah, this is going to be, I guess, week 1 of this kind of little series, and then hopefully next week's just a better week because there will always be ups and downs. I've lost 4.5 kilos in the last 4 days. I've barely been able to eat anything. So we're kind of starting from a deficit, I guess. But like I said previously, this is not about qualifying for a race or hitting a certain time. This is just about doing something different, something fun, something exciting, something I've never done before. So yes, there's less pressure, but I still do want to get the most out of myself and maximize my own potential. That's kind of the overarching factor about everything I do. So I do want to really rip this first triathlon and see how it is, whilst also training for high rocks, also training for some big running goals as well. And from next week, hopefully I'm bringing you a full week of training with some insights into my diet and what I'm doing to get back to 100% and back on the horse. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Okay, so we're just watching this back just to make sure all good before we upload it. And I just noticed in the first clip, I mentioned how Maddie said I'm losing my dog. So she said that on Thursday, I think. So I've been vomiting since Wednesday. It's now Sunday. and she has the audacity to tell me I'm going soft and losing my dog after vomiting for 5 days straight. So I was still vomiting at this point, and she was telling me I'm going soft. I need to get back into training harder. Dude.
I'm now a wife, so I have responsibilities to keep him on task.
All take care of me, like.
Yeah, no, take care. It was I think I stand by it.
Okay. Fair play. Anyway, just know that nobody fear if I ever was looking at getting ahead of myself or getting a big head in any way, shape, or form, I would quickly be dragged back down to planet Earth. Alright, we will see you in the next one. Get out of here, man.